Here you have this number, and in this number, one of the digit at a given place has been left blank, and it has been left blank for a purpose, and that's a problem, and it's a really very interesting problem. You have to fill this position, with a digit in a way that this whole number is divisible by 11. I'll repeat it again. You have to fill a digit at this blank space in a way that the number formed after that digit being filled here is this whole number is divisible by 11. Okay, so let's start straight, and first we will add all the numbers or all the digits at the odd position, So if at the odd position, we'll start from the right and move towards the left. So this is the first position, this is third position, this is fifth, and this is seventh position, right? So you have 6 plus 1 plus 0 and plus 1. And this will be 6 plus 1, 7 plus 1 is 8. Now, go for all the even positions, okay? So you at the even positions, you have this position, you have this, and you have this. So at the even position, you have this blank space plus 8 plus 3, 8 plus 3, okay? So now you have this blank position plus 11, right? Now if you remember that in order, a number, in order to be divisible by 11, it should satisfy two conditions. And the conditions were that if the difference between these two numbers either comes 0, if the difference between these two numbers is 0, then this number will be divisible by 11. Or if the difference is itself divisible by 11. Okay? So if the difference between these two numbers comes 11, is divisible by 11, then this number will be divisible by 11. So the condition is that either the difference is 0, that is the difference of these two numbers is 0, or the difference is divisible by 11. Now you have 8 and you have this blank space that you have to fill plus 11. Okay. Now if you add 0 here, if you put 0 here, that is if you put 0 here, this number will be 11, right? Now there's no way that this difference can be 0, right? Because this is 8 and it has already become 11. Had it been like, if this would have been 8, suppose that this would have been 8, okay? Either this would have been 5 or anything. So if this would have been 8, then we could have easily added 0 here, because 8 plus 0 would have given us 8, right? And this 8 minus 8 would have been 0. The difference between these two numbers would have been 0, and that satisfies this first condition. But such is not the case here. We have 11 here. So of course our difference is not going to be equal to 0 in any case, even if we put 0 here. Then what we can do? So in order to solve this, our next approach should be like, okay, just ignore this condition, because our difference cannot be 0. Now focus on this one. That is, the difference should be divisible by 11. What we can do for that? How can we bring this difference which is divisible by 11? So focus that how can we make this difference of these two numbers equal to 11. If I add 8 here, right? If I add 8 here, you can go on putting here like 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. It's up to you if you want to check it. I'm just putting straight 8 here, because what putting 8 will do here is 8 plus 11 will make it 19, right? And 19 minus this 8, 19 minus 8 will give you 11. And therefore this 11 will be divisible by 11. And since this difference, that is, this is the difference, this is the difference. Now difference is equal to 11 and that is divisible by 11. Therefore, this number will be divisible by 11, and that we had to do. Okay, we have to put a digit here which can make this whole number divisible by 11. So the first condition was either we can make the difference 0. I mean, that was not possible. The second approach, our approach would be that, okay, what we can do that the difference comes to zero, comes to a number. The difference comes as a number that is divisible by 11, and therefore, if we add 8 here, this will make this number 19. That is, this even one will make it. I mean, this even will become 19, and the difference between even and odd will be it will be 11, and that is divisible by 11. Let's take one more example. Here, you have 8 blank space 9, 4, 8, and 4. You have to fill this space with a digit so that in a way that this number is divisible by 11. And always remember, either the difference should be 0, okay, of the even and the odd, or divisible by 11, or divisible by 11. These two conditions are supposed to be satisfied in order for a number to be divisible by 11. So first go for the odd positions. The odd positions is 1, then is third position, and this is the fifth position. So at the odd positions, if we add all those digits, you have 4, then you have 4, and then you have this blank space. Right? Now go for the digits at the even position. You have second position, you have fourth position, and you have the sixth position. Now at these positions, you have 8 plus 9 plus 8, and this will be 8 plus 9 is 17 plus 8 is 25, right? And this will be 8 plus blank space, Now of course, there is no way that this difference can be equal to 0. Okay. The difference of this odd and even cannot be 0. It's very, obvious that here you have 25 and already you have 8. Even if you put 0 here, 25 minus 8 will be 17. So that is not equal to 0. So we'll have to focus on this one, right? This one. And what is the second case? That the difference should be equal to, this should be divisible by 11. So what we can do? So if I put 6 here, right? This will be 14. This odd will be, the sum of the digits at the odd position will be 14. And therefore, if we try to find a difference, between these even and odd, this will be 25 minus 14, and this will be 11, right? Now of course, this difference that is equal to 11 will be divisible by 11, and therefore this whole number will be divisible by 11. So if we put the 6 here, then this number will be divisible by 11. So always focus on this one, that you have to first try to make the difference as 0. If there is no way that you can make the difference 0, then focus on what digit you can put that will make the difference divisible by 11.